Oh, hey guys, looks like we're right on time tonight. Perfect. All right, I see a couple of people starting to come in. Say hi when you're here so I know we have people watching. I am just going to get stuff set up over here. Oh, we went live right away this time. Awesome. Love it when that happens. Oh, there we are. Hey guys, thanks for coming. Hey everybody. Oh, there's some friendly faces. Hi guys. Hi, and happy Wednesday. So I just want to start off real quick by saying it is storming so badly here right now. And I'm a little afraid that my internet is going to go off because of the storm. So if that happens, I'm really sorry. Let me apologize for that now. It's a little loud out there at the moment, so hopefully you can't hear all of the thunder and lightning and stuff. Hey everybody. Oh good, we've got some people in here. Hi everyone. Thanks so much for hopping on here and hanging out with me tonight. Hi. Let's see, where do we have people joining us from? There is Tom from Malibu. Some friendly faces, some names I recognize, and some new ones too. Hey everybody. Howard says rainy Wednesday in Chicago. Yeah, it is crazy out here in Cleveland right now. It kind of came out of nowhere. Luckily, I follow my local weather woman on Twitter, so I found out just before it started that this was going to be pretty bad. So hopefully it's okay out there in Chicago. Hello from Nashville, Georgia. Hey everybody, thanks so much for being here. All right, if anyone has any questions, we can jump on in and get started. I love seeing where you're all from. Thank you so much for telling me. Alabama, New York, Dallas, Texas, Sacramento. We're from all over the country here. Awesome. Tom, yeah, it was really hot here in Cleveland today too, so I'm kind of glad it's raining to cool things down a little bit. Sunny Colorado. From the Bronx, another from Georgia. I love seeing where you guys are from. This is so much fun. Hey, Mike in Dayton. Northern Virginia. Hope the weather's nice wherever you guys are. Hope that everyone is staying safe. My daily side, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Bill is watching on TV and using the phone to type. You are watching me on TV right now? Yikes. I don't know how I feel about my face being that big. I did a couple of quick interviews for TV and I couldn't even watch them. I couldn't handle watching myself on a screen that big. Yeah, Jermaine says the internet is not happy about the DC content leaving HBO Max. Yeah, we actually did a quick post about that, about the content that's already leaving HBO Max. They announced it, I think it was the day after the streaming service launched. They announced that they were already losing a bunch of content, including some DC movies, which is crazy. Like with everything, it was just a licensing issue from what I understand, but really disappointing. I know that a lot of DC fans were looking forward to having that content. Here's another HBO Max question. How long do I think it will take for HBO Max to get on Roku? To me, that was a huge letdown at their launch. It should have been on Roku. Yeah, I completely agree. And I know from talking to the team over at HBO Max a couple of days before launch, they were really hopeful that they would be able to make that deal happen. Chaz wants to know about an HBO Max Roku update also. Yeah, so as far as I know, they're still working on it. They couldn't come to an agreement about how HBO Max was going to be presented. There was, I'm sure, a money issue happening. So we will have to wait and see. Unfortunately, I haven't heard anything. I know I told you guys last week I wouldn't be surprised that within the next week it would be on there, but unfortunately I have no update right now. Yeah, it's a huge disappointment. I completely agree. I have HBO Max, but because I don't have an Apple TV, I've been stuck watching it on my iPad, which is not ideal. I would really rather watch it with my Roku or Fire TV. So huge disappointment. I'm completely with you guys. I'll keep pressing them for more information, but right now we just don't have anything else. Jermaine says it's weird because DC is a Warner Brothers property. I wonder who will get the streaming rights. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard kind of bits and pieces, but can't really confirm anything. But I will definitely look into that a little more and just see where it's heading. I heard a rumor it was going to Netflix, but I'm not sure, again, with the licensing. Bill says that Gone with the Wind got pulled and will be back after a disclaimer. Oh, with a disclaimer. Yeah, I read that too. A couple of things got pulled just because of issues with how they presented race. A lot of people were saying also that race is a part of our history and it's important to put it out there, and that these movies can be kind of an example of some things. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I do agree that it's better to keep it on and put a disclaimer in front of it, but we will see what happens there. Bill, yeah, I heard the same thing, that they will be putting it back on after they can add that disclaimer. So, whoop, sorry. Let me throw my microphone around a little bit. Yeah, I heard that too. And unfortunately, I know some of you guys have been posting about this in the Facebook group. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, comments in the Facebook group have been especially nasty lately. So we have been going in there to delete some posts, turn off comments on some. And I know that that's really frustrating for those of you who are posting and genuinely want to have a conversation or just voice your opinion. But unfortunately, whenever the comments get like that, I can't go through and moderate everything. Sometimes I just have to erase the post or turn off the comments. So I apologize for that, but I also have zero tolerance for any kind of hate or harassment toward a group of people or any individuals. So I will continue doing that as I need to. All right. Mickey says, what's the latest news for HBO Max on Amazon? Have the Fire tablet. Yeah, Mickey, same thing as I just got done saying about Roku. Unfortunately, they just could not come to an agreement fast enough. I know they really wanted that to come through before launch. Unfortunately, it did not happen. I wish it could have. And again, last week, I really was adamant about saying that I would not be surprised to see it happen within the next week. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. But again, I will keep reaching out to HBO Max, Roku, and Amazon for any information that I can get to update you guys. And of course, I'll make a post about it as soon as I hear anything. All right, let's see. Johnny, thank you so much for that compliment. I really appreciate that. You guys are always so nice to me on here. I really love doing these chats. It's always so good for my self-esteem. Richard, hey, we're glad you're here. Better late than never. CJ, yeah, thank you. I know that I get a lot of flack for the way that we delete some stuff on social media, but again, I just have zero tolerance and zero patience for anyone that is harassing anyone else, and I don't want our Facebook group especially to turn into a place that's full of spam or hate comments or anything like that, so I will just keep doing that. My Daily Side says, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you. I know I always forget to promote myself while I'm here talking. Yeah, so I love our YouTube channel. I really love coming here on Wednesdays and talking to you guys. And also, Philip has just been investing so much time into this channel. He's been making some really great videos. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and check out some of the content that Philip has been working on. It's been fantastic. Bill says, FYI, you can search on Roku by actor name or show movie name. Yeah, very cool. I love that feature. Also, if you are watching on Fire TV, I don't know if I've noticed this on Roku, but on Fire TV, after you watch something, if you scroll down, you'll get suggested titles based on the people that were in that movie. So you'll find other things with the same actors and actresses, which is very cool. I have found some great movies that way. That's also an option on HBO Max for anyone that's subscribed. If you're subscribed to HBO Max, you can also search by a actor's name. I was laughing because I see that Tom commented, I see that you're making room for the aquarium behind you. I did clean up a little bit back there. It's not for an aquarium. That is because I am moving in a few weeks. So starting to get things packed up a little bit. So I will have a new background. Unfortunately, no aquarium in the works just yet. I think that's a little too much upkeep for me. James wants to know if there's any info on when YouTube TV will get the Viacom channels. I've been getting a lot of questions about this lately, and I did reach out. Unfortunately, no news at this point. They did say over the summer, so it could be any minute. As always, I have a little post ready to go up the minute that happens because I'm anxiously awaiting it, and I know that you guys are too. So, yeah, I will get a post up as soon as that happens, but right now, no updates. I'm sorry, I feel like this is a really disappointing Wednesday chat. I keep saying I don't have updates for you guys about things, but man, people are really locking down their information. Bill wants to know what happened to ads, and to be completely honest, I just have not figured out how to do ads on the live video yet. I have to have Philip teach me, I think. Haven't gotten there yet, but whenever we upload the video after this, it just kind of goes onto the channel, and whenever that happens, we add the ads in. So they get on there eventually, but we'll just skip them during the live video for now. My daily side says, Luke, sorry, I was misreading that. How has Luke been? Have I heard anything about what he's been up to? Yeah, Luke is still doing his YouTube channel. He has guy reviews. He is very active on Twitter. He did not do his video this week because he and his family are moving back up north. So that's very exciting. I haven't heard from him in a couple of days, so I'll check in with him to see how his move went. But yeah, that's what he's up to. Very exciting. I think the whole family is excited about that. So yeah, all good news. I think he's doing very well. Howard says, how do you fix the playback error message on Plex Live TV Guide? You know, Howard, I am not sure. I'm not a big Plex user, but let me make a note of that. We can do a whole post about how to fix some common Plex problems. The Plex team is fantastic. They're really great people, so I will reach out to them and ask them for some guidance there. Fix the playback issues. You guys know I always have my notepad and my pencil sitting beside me so I can write down post ideas that you ask for. Martin, hey, glad you got off of work, finally. Pokemon Trainer says, I got an outdoor antenna last month. It works well with my Ematic converter box that functions as a DVR with a USB. Wow, you have a good setup going on there. How many channels are you getting is my question. And for all of you who use antennas, how many channels do you get? I don't get a whole lot, but I think that is because I'm straight in the middle of the city in a big brick building surrounded by a lot of other big brick buildings, so not great for me. Eric says, it looks like Philo is going to start adding premium channels as add-ons. Epics and Stars may already be available. Yeah, okay, so this is a little bit frustrating. Somebody sent me that news yesterday, and I got ready to make a post about it, but reached out to Philo. That is happening, but they are not making the official announcement about it just yet. However, their CEO did go on Reddit and confirm that that is happening. So yes, it is happening soon. It is kind of being pushed out already, but they are not making the official announcement just yet. So whenever that happens, I will have more information for you. My daily side says, can antennas go bad after a few years? I would say that with anything, with any kind of electronics, there is a chance that it could go bad. I've had mine for a few years and it's still kicking. I think with anything like Roku, sometimes will just be outdated or they might have technical problems. Anything could happen there, but you should be fine. If you have a good antenna that's working well, you should be fine for quite a while. Now, door antenna might be a little different. I don't know if it would not hold up to the elements or something. I could see that happening, but so yeah, I guess it depends on if you're using indoor or outdoor, if you're buying a good quality one. But Bill says an antenna makes a difference. Howard gets 75 channels with his indoor-outdoor Clearstream antenna. That's amazing. I am incredibly jealous. CJ has a mountain in the way. That will slow you down with an antenna for sure. Phil gets over 70. That's amazing. Eric only gets 14. Yeah, I'm right around there too. I think I have 12, Eric, so I'm with you. Martin says lightning can kill it. Yeah, so if you have an outdoor antenna that's being exposed to the elements, there's definitely a chance that it could get damaged a lot faster. So something to think about. Robert says, I picked up the new TiVo Stream 4K device this month. I've been enjoying it. My first Android TV box. Yeah, I know Philip has been having a good time testing his out and using it a little bit, getting a little hands-on to try out some of the features and things. TiVo also had an update recently, just a couple days ago, that should resolve a couple of issues that you might have been having. We have a post about that up at cordcuttersnews.com if you are interested. Eric says that Showtime should also come to Philo soon because Showtime is owned by Viacom. Yeah, definitely. I would assume that they're going to get all of the basic premium channels, but no confirmation just yet, but we should hear more from them within the next few days. Oh, question for you guys too. Did you guys notice that our cordcuttersnews.com website got a bit of a facelift today? I'm very excited. We had some not so great feedback on it from some readers, but also a lot of people who are really enjoying it. So I'm curious about your thoughts on it, any feedback that you might have. I really like it. I think it's easier to navigate. It could take some getting used to just because it's new. There were some changes, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. So let me know what you think. Chris says, I have Philo and don't have the add-on options yet. No, yeah, I know it's only starting to come out. It definitely has not reached everybody, which is why they didn't want to make a official announcement just yet. They wanted to make sure that everybody had access to it before they put it all out there. CJ says, love my TiVo Stream 4K. The only thing that's wrong with Android TV is the lack of a good web browser. Yeah, definitely something to consider if you are thinking about getting an Android TV. Bill is picking up a Samsung soundbar and subwoofer this Saturday. Bill, I hope that you will come back next week and let us know what you think about it. I really like having a soundbar, and I did not think that I was someone who needed a subwoofer in my little apartment, but I really, really like it. Tim, thank you, good. Glad that you're happy with the way the website's looking. James says, Philo and sports, how is that going to keep the price low if Showtime comes with boxing? So James, Philo, yeah, does not carry sports, and that's how they keep their price down. It's just kind of news, entertainment, lifestyle. These premium channels are being offered as add-ons, so they are completely optional. So it's like between $3 and $10 for the different add-ons. Excuse me. Yeah, so you don't have to get them. Your price will go up a bit if you choose to subscribe to one or more, but completely optional. You can keep your price low if you want to. Jacob wants to know if there's a reason why streaming services don't have all the movies in a franchise, like Planet of the Apes, the Aliens movies. I think that could be, I think it's licensing issues would be the short answer. Sometimes it's different studios making different movies. There's a lot that can go into all of that, but a lot of times the reason is that one streaming service will hold rights to movies from a specific studio or even just like one specific movie. And so another streaming service could be trying to collect them. It's like playing Monopoly. We're trying to collect all of the properties. They just have to wait until those license deals go up so that they can grab them and build their full collection. Johnny wants to know if anyone has tried the TiVo over-the-air DVR. Has it been a good experience? I've personally not used that. I don't have a lot of DVR experience, but if anybody else has and wants to leave a comment, please do, and we can let John know. Martin wants to know where my Cord Cutters News mug is, and he hopes I didn't break it. Yeah, for those of you who saw that saga, I broke the news a couple weeks ago that I only have one Cord Cutters News mug, and it is my prized possession. So I reached out to Luke and asked him to send me more just in case I break them, because everybody's very concerned that my clumsiness will come out and I'll break my mug. It is in the dishwasher right now. I used it to make tea last night, so it's still good. Not broken, I promise. I'll have it out next week. Howard says, how do you get the TCL Roku to switch to the right input automatically? I'm not sure. Mine does do it automatically. I am not sure how to make that happen automatically. Does anyone have an answer for Howard? That's a great question. I do know that whenever I have my soundbar plugged in, it tries to go to that automatically instead of my regular Roku. I don't have an answer for you, Howard. I'm sorry. Mine does that automatically. I'm not sure why yours wouldn't. Wow, Tim has quite the setup. He says it's overkill, but I have a Fire TV Cube, 2 Echo Studios, an Echo Sub, poor man's Dolby Atmos system. That's funny. Whatever works. You just have to find the setup that works for you. Why do streaming services have music channels like Music Choice? Oh, why don't they? That's something that we've joked about a lot, actually, how cable likes to say that they have 500 channels, but half of them are Music Choice. I would say it's just because it's an unnecessary cost for them to carry those channels. You will find them on some, I know like Pluto TV is a free streaming service and they have a ton of music channels, but you can also just get a streaming music channel like Spotify, Pandora. There are some free ones too, so you can get those if you want to stream music. Yeah, John says, again, Pluto TV does have some music channels, so if you want them, you can definitely find them. Leo, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Robert says, thank goodness I still have my mug. Yeah, and you have one too. Awesome. I don't know a whole lot of people that have them, so it feels like a very prized possession, like I said. Yeah, I really love mine, but it's in the dishwasher. Oh, okay, so Aaron has a suggestion for Howard. There is a setting to set up your input. You have to hunt for it, but it is there, I promise. It says something like switch to last use input. Let me look into that a little bit more. How to set Roku input. Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm not sure why it wouldn't just automatically go to that. I guess if you have multiple devices, that would make sense. Bill says Iheartradio. Yeah, that's another. And TuneIn. Oh, TuneIn's a good one. Yeah, we just posted about them earlier today. They did an update. Yeah, tons of places to stream music. So if you want, you can just download a separate app for that. Oh, CJ, good point. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you automatically get Amazon Music. Really good for streaming music at no additional cost. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. We don't talk about Amazon Music enough. That's something I'd like to start covering more, is music streaming services. So Amazon Music will be at the top of the list. That's a very, very good point. Thank you. Brett says, a positive thing about the Apple TV remote. We never hear positive things about the Apple remote. It can control a soundbar volume. That is interesting. Yeah, definitely a benefit. Martin wants to know what everybody is thinking about HBO Max. Are we still loving it or are we over it? I'm still liking it. Like I said, I would really, really like them to get on that Roku support and Fire TV support. I would love to be able to watch HBO Max on my TV. And once that happens, I will dive right into some Game of Thrones, but I don't want to watch that on my iPad. So that's what's really getting me down right now. Jermaine says he's really enjoying it. Just finished watching season 2 of Barry. Jose says the website looks great. Cord Cutter from Puerto Rico. Hi, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for that compliment on the website. I'm going to pass these messages along to our tech team who has been working so hard to get the site updated. Tony is cutting the cord in 2 months when his 24-month cable contract ends. Hey, congratulations, Tony. That's fantastic. I really hope that you're going to be saving a ton of money. Robert likes XM radio for streaming music. It is paid. Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of these, you'll have to pay. Pandora you can use for free. Spotify has a free option. James wants to know about TCL. Does TCL only make Roku built-in TVs? Saw a story about Android TV. Yeah, they just released. Let me grab that post for you real quick. Tamara wrote one, I think just yesterday, that TCL finally came out with some Android TVs. Oh gosh. Okay, the one thing about this site redesign is it makes it very hard for me to quickly search for things, because I have to go back in and tag a bunch of posts, which is fine. It's fine. Just something I have not had time to do just yet. Here we go, from 3 days ago. So let me paste that into the chat for you real quick. Yeah, so TCL came out with some Android TVs. I was checking on the price. They're now available at Best Buy, starting at $129.99 for a 32-inch model, going up to $200 for the 40-inch model. So definitely worth checking out. I got to take a look at some of that stuff at CES, some different Android TVs that different companies were working on, and I think it's going to be a great option. I think those ones are pretty affordable, so for those of you who want an Android TV, it looks like a good option. Richard, thank you so much for that solution. Let me read that out loud in case anyone else missed it. Richard says, with the new Roku 9.3.0, if you use your remote for your DVR, Blu-ray player, and Xbox One, my Roku TV will go to the input HDMI port automatically. There we go. I'm really grateful for all of you because most of the time you all have much better answers than I do. I am just here to read them out loud. Phil says, congratulations to Tony on cutting the cord. We went from $230 a month to $60 with fiber speed. That is fantastic. Love hearing how much money you guys are saving. John says, we should have a section on Cord Cutters News to show pictures of what readers bought with their cable savings. Oh, cool. We bought a jet ski with our savings. John, love that idea. Funny you should mention it. We're actually going to have a new feature coming out either tomorrow or the next day that kind of has a little bit to do with that. So stay tuned. You will see that post up on cordcuttersnews.com. I want to say tomorrow, but realistically probably Friday. This week has kind of gotten the best of me. There's been a lot going on, but yeah, stay tuned for a new feature coming out on Friday. We'll talk about it next week. We'll go over all of this. My Daily Side says, when cord cutting, all you will need is the internet. Yeah, that's true. There are a ton of free services that you can use if you don't want to pay. So even more savings. Love that. I'm making a note. What did you buy with your savings? I'm going to use that for sure. Thank you. Tony says, great feedback from an awesome cord cutter community. Yeah, absolutely. I love this community so much. You guys always have great answers for each other and answers for me too. Sometimes I'm the one with all the questions. Eric wants to know if the Cord Cutters News app will be updated in the future to be similar to the new website design. We don't have any immediate plans for that. I think it's just kind of a big undertaking to go in and fix up the app. I would love to see that happen. I would say it's in the future plans, but nothing immediate. So I will let you know whenever we get some more insight on all of that. Jim bought a 75-inch TV with his savings from cutting the cord. That is awesome. Love that. Bill says, cable maintenance in the middle of the night kills the internet last night in Austin, Texas. Interesting. I'm going to have a post up in the morning about something that happened where Cox was slowing down the internet in an entire neighborhood. It's a crazy story. So keep an eye out for that early tomorrow morning. Richard wants to know if we've heard anything about Boost Mobile having wireless internet. I have not, but if that is the thing that's happening, again, let me make a note. I'll look into it, definitely. I could have definitely missed it. There was a whole lot going on today, so I will look into that and I will post about it ASAP if I find anything. My daily side says, in the near future, can the website allow us to input different things, how to cut the cord, like a phone bill? Will it let you find that information? Is that what you're asking? How to cut your phone bill? That's something that we are definitely looking into. I want to talk more about internet. I want to talk more about mobile. I want to talk more about music streaming. We have lots of plans for that. So lots of good things coming up. Some other things that we're working on that I think will make the site more useful. We'll have some more like tools and things for you to help you cut the cord. So definitely look forward to some more changes, all good ones, hopefully, coming up soon. Jermaine was spending $179 for Dish Network, and then went down to $50 for YouTube TV because of cord cutters. Saving my savings so I can get the new Xbox. Oh, fun. Yeah, great gift for yourself. Love that idea. And love that $120 savings. Awesome. Oh, my daily side. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I like that idea. We will see. Lots of good things are coming. Eric says, will a TV with a built-in Roku or Fire TV OS eventually become out of date? I have thought about ordering an Insignia Fire TV for curbside pickup from Best Buy. I would say it's definitely a possibility. I know that Roku especially tends to stop supporting older devices with updates from time to time. I don't think that that has happened with any TVs just yet, but it definitely could happen. I would say it's something to consider, but I would also say that you will have years and years before that happens. I've had an Insignia Fire TV for years and have had no issues with it. So I think that you're probably safe. Definitely something to think about, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. Robert pays $35 for Sling Blue with a Hollywood Extra and an antenna, with Hulu and HBO Stars for $30, total of $65 a month, and then yearly Disney. That's a good setup. I love it whenever people can build up their build up their cord cutting setup with multiple services to get everything they want. That's awesome. $65 a month, not bad compared to your old DirecTV bill, which was $190. Yeah, it's a good savings. Dave says, I have HBO with Prime. Should I cancel and get HBO Max or wait? Dave, I would say that if you are using a Fire TV device, definitely wait, because at the moment you cannot use HBO Max on a Fire TV. That support is definitely coming, but is not here yet. So if you're happy right now, I would hold on to your HBO subscription and wait until that support comes out. My daily side says, I've been using TextNow Wireless for a year for free, only if you have a good Sprint network. It used data and the carrier is VoIP. So you've been using your wireless to stream? Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry, I keep misunderstanding. It's because I'm trying to read so many things at once. Carrie says, when is YouTube TV going to add new channels? I feel like my eyes are getting buggy from reading. Carrie says, when is YouTube TV going to add new channels? Unfortunately, we do not have an exact date. I was just looking into that again today to make sure that they didn't give a date that I missed somehow. But no, there's no exact date just yet. They just keep saying summer, but we have No other information yet, unfortunately, so it could be any minute now. So we are definitely keeping an eye on it, and we will post as soon as we know. John, I'm sorry, it blocked your comment. Howard wants to know if Plex has a direct phone number because he can't find it. John posted it. Let me see if I can just copy this. John posted the number for Plex, but it blocked the message because it was a phone number. So let me paste that here. Judy, we actually have some posts over on Quirketers News about how to keep your data down. For some reason, I have not been able to search for things as easily as I would like. How to limit data usage? Question mark. I can't find it right now. If you go over to quirketersnews.com, you should be able to search for that post for some reason. I think it's because it's storming. My internet is so slow right now. Oh, here we go. Here's one that Luke wrote a few months ago. Let me paste that for you here. We all know by now that I'm stubborn and I can't stop until I find what I'm looking for. Yeah, in that post from Luke, you'll find some helpful tips about how to limit your data usage to make sure that you're not going over your data cap. James says, I found out yesterday that the Viacom rollout on YouTube TV will be in 2 phases. That's interesting. I did not hear that, James. Good to know. Dennis says, do you see DC Universe and Boomerang services eventually merging with HBO Max? Yeah, I do. I really think it's a licensing issue right now. I think that they are trying to get all of that content. I think that they are just running into some licensing issues right now. I do see it all ending up on HBO Max eventually at some point. Howard says, did you see that the Flintstones and Scooby-Doo is on Max? Yeah, so they have a ton of kid-friendly content over there. I really, really like it, and I think they have a great collection, so if you're looking for that, definitely give HBO Max a free trial, at least. They have a 7-day free trial. Trace wants to know if I think the Peacock app will have any problems being on Roku. I don't know. It's so hard to say because I thought for sure that HBO Max would end up on Roku and Fire TV, and then they ran into that last-minute problem. I would like to think that Peacock will be on both, but we will have to wait and see. I will try as hard as I can to get as much information as possible before the launch, but stay tuned for that. James, thank you. I will look into that, definitely. Let me make a quick note. Yeah, definitely we can do an update on when those channels might be coming if I can find any more information. Eric says, everyone's internet speed has slowed down with so many more people on the internet for work and home. I definitely noticed. I have Spectrum here, and I've definitely noticed that my speed has been down. But also, it is storming really bad over here in Cleveland, so I think that's definitely causing some problems. I'm hoping my internet just holds out for another 20 minutes while we do this. Howard, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I'm happy that I can come over here and answer some questions and help you guys answer each other's questions too. Bill says, I would believe that Peacock would be on Roku since NBC News Now is. Yeah, that's interesting though, because everybody was saying that we assume that HBO Now or HBO Max would be on Roku and Fire TV because they already have HBO, and that didn't happen. So I don't know. It's just so hard to say right now. Of course, money is always the root of the issue. Robert is in Erie, PA, no storms yet. Get ready, Robert, because I think they're coming your way. They were in Chicago and they just hit us. Ed says, same here in Akron. Yeah, crazy night out here. Avid says, yay, Cleveland. Avid, are you in Cleveland too? Hello, neighbor. Oh, this is interesting. Aaron says Best Buy is running a promotion where if you buy an item in the store, you get a 30-day HBO Max trial. I have not heard of that. Let me again make a note. That's very cool. G-Money says, I recently heard about another free channel on Roku, Baby Boomer TV, classic TV shows and cartoons. Oh, awesome. I think that we've covered that maybe in a free Roku channels post, which I'm working on another one to go up over the weekend. So, once again, let me make a note because I can include that on the list. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. Our readers are always looking for information about where to watch classic TV and movies. Free streaming services are where it's at for all of that stuff. The Roku channel, Zumo, Crackle, tons of them have these really great collections of classic TV and movies. Eric says that he will buy a candy bar at Best Buy if it gets him a month-long free trial. That is interesting. I like that loophole. I'm wondering if there are any specific rules about what you can and can't do. James, thank you for all of that info about Viacom channels on YouTube TV. I will definitely look into that and get a post up if it has info that we haven't already shared. Chris says it might be a good idea for YouTube TV to move the sports channels to an add-on package to free up space for Viacom. Could help keep the monthly price the same. Yeah, I did a whole post about whether or not we thought the price of YouTube TV would go up. I believe it will. 1 second, sorry. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think that they will raise the price with those Viacom channels. I think that all streaming services, this is my personal opinion, I think that streaming services would be better off kind of doing the Sling model where you have a base package and then a ton of add-ons. So I think that would be a great way to keep costs down and let people pick and choose what they want. I think that the problem there, once again, is licensing issues. I know that like with Disney, if you want to have ESPN in your lineup, they want you to also carry all of the Disney owned networks, which is why Fubo TV does not have ESPN right now. So that's kind of a known issue. And I'm thinking that those licensing deals also would require all of those channels to be in the basic package. So I can see a company like Disney saying, you can't have ESPN in the basic package, but have all the other Disney channels as an add-on. I think that might be where the issue is. Howard says they reopened drive-in movie theaters, but you have to stay in your car. Yeah, I've been seeing that, the resurgence of drive-in movies. I think that's awesome. CJ says, with the way that Sling has been losing subscribers, I'm not so sure about their business model. Yeah, that's a fair point completely. Sling TV has been losing subscribers for the past couple quarters. So clearly something isn't working there. I'm not sure if there would be a better way to do that. I'm just thinking it would make sense to have kind of an a la carte service where you could pick and choose what you wanted. But yeah, you're right. Sling is probably not the best example currently. Robert says, I believe that the price will go up with YouTube TV. They did it last year with Discovery. Yeah, I wrote a whole post about that. They've been doing this every time that they have a big update with a lot of new channels, and also it's been at the same time of year each time, which has been July. So right whenever they are planning on adding those channels. So yeah, I won't be surprised at all. Robert answered Chris's question that HBO Max is on the TiVo Stream 4K device. Howard wants to know if there's a way to get a beIN Sports subscription. I know that beIN Sports is included in a lot of live TV packages. Couldn't think of that word. Let me check here on the beIN. Yeah, it looks like you can just subscribe straight to them. Hang on 1 second and let me paste this link in here for you. Yeah, it looks like you can just subscribe directly through them. Oh, okay, Pokemon. This is an interesting question. Aside from Ninja Steel, Super Ninja Steel, and Beast Morphers, 2010-2020 Power Ranger series have their 2 seasons listed as separate shows. Why is this the case? Once again, I'm going to blame licensing. I wonder if it was a different studio that produced the different seasons. That would be my guess. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know how any of this stuff works. I think that things are much more complicated than we realize just from kind of looking at this and getting frustrated that we can't watch everything in one place. But yeah, my guess would be that different studios own the different seasons, so they make them separate shows. Maybe Dish is focusing on their new mobile division with Boost rather than on Sling. You know, that might be true. Sling TV has just been doing really well ever since it launched. I'm wondering if it's not just getting crowded out of the space a little bit. James says, July for Viacom on YouTube TV. I guess I'll continue using Mom's login for Yellowstone debut. I can't confirm July. Excuse me. I just meant that July, I think, has always been when they've done their price increases. So if they added in July, it would not be surprising to see the price go up. I have no idea exactly when the channels would be added. It could be tomorrow for all I know. Can't confirm any of that. I was just using that as an example. So sorry if I caused any confusion. Oh, okay. Jermaine says that Saban, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry, produced 1 Power Ranger season. Hasbro produced another. So yeah, like I said, just different studios own different seasons, and that's why they would separate them as different shows. Mickey says, I'm in the US. Where can I get sports from Ireland? My 23 cousins, same. They're from Ireland and want to watch the sports they watch. I would say Sling has some very good international. I'm not sure, and I don't know if I think it's going to take me too long to get in there and check. I would look at Sling TV and Fubo TV. Fubo has just a ton of sports content, so you might be able to find it there as an add-on. I would also look at Sling TV's international options and see if they have what you're looking for. CJ says, personally don't mind a price increase as long as they add value to the channel lineup. Yeah, a lot of people are in the same boat, but then others, of course, are not fans of the Viacom channels and they don't want to see their price go up. So I would say it's probably 50-50. Brett says, has Disney fixed the aspect ratio on The Simpsons? Yes, a couple weeks ago, actually. They fixed that. Thank goodness. That was super annoying. I have cousins who were watching The Simpsons all the way through for the first time, so had to talk to them about how some of the jokes just were not translating because of that. Bill says, T-Mobile Tuesday deal had buy 2 Lionsgate movies for $5. That's awesome. Yeah, lots of good movie deals lately. There are so many that we just don't post about them because we can't keep up. Chris says YouTube TV is great. Yeah, I think it's really good. I know a lot of Core Critters news readers prefer YouTube TV. Dennis says, I heard that starting June 16th, Investigation Discovery will be moved to the entertainment package on Xfinity. I have not heard that. Interesting. I will definitely check in on Xfinity and see if they have any press info there. CJ, thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry that you have to get back to work. I'm doing the same in just a few minutes after we wrap up here, so it's going to be a late Wednesday for a lot of us. All right, guys, just a few more minutes for questions. Just storming very loudly outside, and I'm still a little afraid that my internet might go out. So I'm going to wrap this up in just a few more minutes. So if you have any other questions, let's hear them. There's a lot of Power Rangers talk going on in the comments here, and I'm all for it. G-Money says, even with possible price increases on streaming services, still a lot cheaper than cable and satellite. Yeah, I think it's worth mentioning again. This is something that I think gets left out of the conversation, that yes, sometimes streaming services have a price increase. It usually happens whenever they add a lot of new content. Cable prices also go up, usually by more money and more frequently, but they usually aren't adding more channels when that happens. So I think that it's important to remember that prices are going up all around, but with streaming services, you're usually getting more content to make up for that. All right, guys, I think that we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I want to get a couple of things ready to post early tomorrow morning, so I'm going to head out and do that. Once again, thank you all so much for being here. I always have so much fun coming and talking to you guys, and thank you for answering each other's questions and just being a really great community. I just really appreciate you guys a lot. So, I hope that everyone has a great rest of your Wednesday night, a great rest of your week. Hope that you are all having a great week so far, and I will see you all next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.